Class 6 English Supplementary Chapter 8 A Pact with the Sun. Hello friends, today we will do Chapter 8 of English A Pact with the Sun of Class 6th. I will explain you the whole chapter in this video. So let's start. Our chapter name is A Pact with the Sun. In this chapter, we will read about Saida's mother who is not well. She is having so much fever, cough, body ache, painful joints. Means she is not well and her body is also ailing. She has also been treated by a variety of physicians for weeks, but she never is being well. She often showed signs. Sometimes she told that I am well. She is improved, but soon but after some time only she repleased. Repleased means into her old. Repleased means again she became old and sick self. One complaint substituted by another. Now she is saying this complaint. Do weekends colorless. She was forbidden normal food and was under strict orders. So because of colorless skin and weak, she was forbidden. She cannot eat normal food and she was in strict orders to remain in the small dingy room which do not have doors and windows. Because of doors and windows, sunshine and fresh air will come in the room, and the doctors and physicians told that she do not need sunshine and fresh air. She will not go into sunshine and fresh air. Because of that, she is not being well now. As you can see, this is the doctor. They all told this only. Now when she became critical, her health became more critical. Her relatives their sisters, friends, like neighborhood, they consult that you should consult a specialist. They gave her advice to consult to a specialist, even though his fee was likely to be high. Maybe his fee is likely to be high, her fees is high, but life is more precious than money. So they told her to Saida's mother. Now Saida's mother was poor, but she heeded their advice, and she has sold some of her few trinkets like ornaments, her jewelry and whatever, to pay the doctor fees. Now from that money she can pay the doctor's fees and the cost of medicine, as the medicine he will give also will be costly. Now the doctor came in few days and examined her and prescribed effectively but costly medicine. Effectively he prescribed her, but he gave costly medicine. To the question, someone asked the doctor that what she should eat. In this question, the doctors told anything you wish to eat. Other doctor told that she cannot eat normal food, but he told that anything you wish to eat, like chapati, vegetables, milk, fruits, etc. In addition to all this, now he told in addition that he had emphatically leave this dark oval room. Leave this small dark room and occupy a bigger room. Take a bigger room, sleep in a bigger room, and all doctors told that sleep this in a small room so that no sunshine and fresh air can come. But he told that go in a bigger room with doors and windows open, sit in the sun every morning from 8 to 9. And he is saying that you should sit in the sun approximately 1 hour, 8 to 9. Sunshine and fresh air, concluded, are more important than medicine. If you will not eat medicine, that will be nothing but that the sunshine and fresh air is more important than the medicine. The doctor and his advice became a subject of noisy commentary among all present. All the present people became a noisy commentary there. Some favored while others opposed it. Means some of those were okay, satisfied with them, but some of those were not satisfied, means they were not opposed, they were opposed with that. Exposure to sun and air for someone afflicted with chronic cough was dangerous, and experienced lady declared. So one experienced lady declared that sun and air for someone with having chronic cough was dangerous. So some people like this experienced lady were not satisfied with this doctor, that he told you have to sit in sunshine and fresh air. A younger neighbor nearly quarreled with her over this. So neighbor also started quarreling with it. Too exhausted to participate in the debate. Now it started a debate. Saida's mother remained quiet but determined to follow the doctor's advice. But she remained quiet. She didn't speak anything. But she hoped that she will determine to follow the doctor's advice, and she will forget these consequences which she said at last. She told that I will forget the consequences which these people are speaking, the doctors speak. I'll carry out his instruction to the letter. Move my bed. Now she told, move my bed. Take my bed to another room. Another room means the bigger room. Let me sit in the sun. And now let me sit in the sun. I don't want to sit here. I will sit in the sun. I will on my charpai I will sit in sun for an hour daily. For 1 hour I will sit daily in the sun. It so happened that the sky remained overcast next morning. Now from next morning only the sky has remained overcast. No sun rays is there. In the morning the same was the cast of the following day. Now for some days no sunlight was there. Saida's mother was dejected. She was unhappy and she muttered, she was thinking herself, she was telling to God, "O Lord of mine." So as she was unhappy, so she told that, "O Lord of mine, why have you ordered the sun to remain hidden? How will I ever be cured? Now how I will be cured? Now how I will be right? I will be well." So she told this to sun. "Why you ordered the sun to remain hidden?" She told this to our Lord. Now Saida was playing with her doll nearby, and she heard her mother's lament but kept calm. Later in the afternoon, when she stumbled on a spot of pale sunshine in the courtyard, so after some time she was playing with the doll and she heard this, and now when she was playing with in the pale of sunshine courtyard, she saw that the sunshine is there in the courtyard. She ran to her mother and told that sun is there. Everybody there said, no, there is no sun, and it's too late and chilly. Your mother cannot sit out there. Everyone told this, there is no sun. And now Saida returned to her doll. There was no sun really. Now there was no sun when she has gone back again. Now disheartened, Saida returned to her doll. Now children have at their command a secret language. All the children were having a secret language like which they use with the foreign language to grown ups altogether. So from that language they communicate with trees, flowers, animals, the sun and the moon. Now she was talking to the Almighty that using that special language that to the going rays, dearest sister, do come tomorrow with loads of warmth and brightness. You see, my mother is ill and need your help. Now she told that my mother is ill and need your help, so please come tomorrow with the loads of warmth and brightness. Now the rays told, surely, answered the light. Don't look unhappy, we will be there at the fixed hour. So she will be there, they will be there importantly. Next day, early in the morning, when the sprightly sun rays embellished, now then they told to sun that we want to go. So they told that the sun, it's our day off again, it's our holiday for us, and today we have to not to go, we will only stay here. The road to earth is blocked. Now there is an army of clouds. Today is the day of those. We will not go down. But they remained quiet. One of them too, who had made a pact. Pact means promise with the little Seda. Sir, I can't stay back. Now he or she told, I cannot stay back. I have given my word to Saida, whose mother is ill and needs our help. I will pierce through the clouds to reach Saida's courtyard. He told that I will go, and he has gone. How else will be mother cured? Now how will be her mother cured? Hearing this, all the rays nearly staged a revolt against their father, the sun. Fancy staying back again. Now they have gone in a single voice. They said in a single voice, what will the people of the earth say about us? So they thought that what will the people of the earth say about us? They will hope that they are liars, they will not come. The sun relented. Please yourself, he said. Mind your clothes, do the clouds are mucky. Never mind our clothes, we can always change, but go we must. Now they told, we can change our clothes, but we will go must. And the rays rushed toward the earth, and they have gone to the earth fastly. The clouds stood guard between them and Saida's courtyard. Now they have reached Saida's courtyard. The little rays focused their heat, and they had enough of it. Now they have enough of the heat on a battalion of clouds which had to flee from its pose. The rays got through, shooting past the bewildered crowds. They are already late. Now they are already late. Saida saw the whole host of the sun, them approaching, and she was in joy, and she shouted, Amma, Amma, the sun is here, come out. The old lady's eye welled up with tear gratitude. Now she was very happy, and they have put their charpai on the courtyard, and she sat for an hour. And now her mother is very much means well, fully well, but she told that I will still follow the doctor advice, an hour of sunlight and lungfuls of fresh air every day. Now I will sit every day here. And the last her face glowed and her eyes shone bright. She saw her child too bathed in sunlight and kissed her. Now she was so much happy. This story was written by Zakir Hussain, and it's translated from the Urdu and the slightly modified. And next video I will be there with the question and answers of this chapter. So our chapter is finished. In next videos we will do the next chapter and the question answers. So bye everyone.
Please like, subscribe and comment my video. Bye.